Today. I'm Samuel Reese, live from Lexington, Kentucky. I hope everyone's having a great day, and we have a lot to discuss here on New England Sports Today, and I hope you enjoy today's show. We'll get right into the Red Sox. They played last night in Baltimore. Final score, Boston Red Sox 5, Baltimore Orioles 3. It's in favor of Baltimore, 11-7, but 0 errors for each team. So the Red Sox go to 71-31. Baltimore, on the other hand, going to 28-73. Benintendi went 2 for 4, 2 doubles, and 2 RBI. Shoop, on the other hand, for the Orioles, went also 2 for 4 with his 13th home run and 2 RBI. Rick Porcello got the win, which brings him to 12-4. Pitched 6 innings, 6 hits, 0 earned runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts in 90 pitches. So the Red Sox did defeat the Orioles 5-3. Jackie Bradley Jr. went 0 for 2 with an RBI, a run, and 2 walks. And Betts extended his on-base starters, which we'll be discussing later in the show, for the Red Sox at Orioles. It's Drew Pomeranz versus Jeffrey Ramirez. Drew Pomeranz for the Red Sox, the left-handed pitcher this season, is 1-3 with a 6.81 ERA. It'll be his first MLB start since May 31st. Jeffrey Ramirez, on the other hand, for the Orioles, is a right-handed pitcher. This season, he's 0-3 with a 3.09 ERA. On June 13th, he had a loss versus the Boston Red Sox. He pitched 4.1 innings with 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So remember, the Red Sox versus Orioles coverage begins today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on NESN. And so let's move on from the Red Sox for now. We'll definitely be discussing all of that later in the show, but we'll be discussing more from New England sports world. There's a report that the Patriots are seeking a trade partner for wide receiver Malcolm Mitchell. And also, some players off to a rough start. Some Patriots players placed on the PUP before training camp include Kenny Britt, the wide receiver, Nate Ebner, the safety, Cyrus Jones, the cornerback, and Jonathan Jones, also a cornerback. And also another report that the Patriots are to sign former Texans safety Eddie Pleasant. And also, Garoppolo had some things to say on playing behind Brady. He said, "I thought in my head, I'm better than this dude." But he also clarified that, saying it's healthy competition. Garoppolo, on his relationship with Tom Brady, said, "It was always a quiet confidence. I would never speak that. This competitiveness between the two of us was very similar. It was a healthy, competitive relationship," courtesy of Bleacher Report magazine. And also, I'll tell you today's trivia. I'll answer it later in the show. It's which Red Sox player became the first in franchise history to start at every position except pitcher and catcher in a single season? Is it Brock Holt, Mike Aviles, or is it Steve Lyons? We'll answer that later in the show. Also, the Red Sox game was delayed twice last night due to rain, and we went to a throwback, really. Manny Del Carmen and Jonathan Papelbon starred in a rain-delayed music video in 2008. So we'll be talking about that. And also, Drew Pomeranz with left biceps tendonitis makes his first start since May 31st tonight at the Orioles. So definitely looking forward to that. And Drew Pomeranz this season in 8 starts is 1-3 with a 6.81 ERA in 37 innings pitched, 21 walks, and 36 strikeouts. Pomeranz's career as a reliever in 59 games is 4-4 with 3 saves, a 2.10 ERA, 64.1 innings pitched, 21 walks, and 68 strikeouts. We'll be discussing why I mentioned his reliever stats later in the show. Also, Tyler Thornburg this season in 6 games has pitched 5.1 innings with allowing 7 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Remember, Men's Warehouse Red Sox first pitch for the Red Sox at Orioles is tonight at 6 Eastern Time on NESN. You can also stream it live on the NESN Go app and on NESNGO.com. And so let's go to a Red Sox rewind. On July 24th, 2004, it was Jason Varitek versus Alex Rodriguez. I'll be talking about that later And also the overnight sensation, Daniel Ponce de Leon threw a seven no-hit innings in his MLB debut 14 months after brain surgery. So very impressive and a great story there. And also Jake Byers scored a run and hit a home run as the Rays defeated the Yankees 7-6. Good news for the Red Sox. And so that's everything we'll be discussing on today's show. And I hope you enjoy the show, and we'll get right into things. Starting with the Red Sox, they got to the 5-3 win in the opening game of the 3-game series in Baltimore, and it was definitely a good win. Playing the worst team in the league, obviously, we would expect them to get the win, and it was after getting the series win 2-1 versus Detroit. It's definitely good to start off this series with a win. Right now, 3-1 after the All-Star break. It got scary at the end because the Red Sox were up 5-0 at one point, but in the ninth they it went to 5-1, and then in the ninth went to 5-3 after a 2-run shot. But everything was settled, and it was the Red Sox took care of business despite Baltimore strangely getting more hits than the Red Sox. But Benintendi had a pretty good game, going 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBI. Definitely good to see Benintendi doing good in a Red Sox uniform. And it was definitely a good win for the Red Sox despite all the weather last night. Crazy scenes, really. I'll be discussing that later. Also, Rick Porcello, he did get the win. He now goes to 12-4, an impressive record. He had 6 innings pitched, just allowed 6 hits, 0 earned runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts in 90 pitches. So an impressive outing from Rick Porcello after some people didn't know how he performed because he struggled a little bit lately, but definitely after his last not-so-good start before the All-Star break, he had to wait a long time to get another start, and he really was excited for this one because he really did take care of business, putting an outstanding performance on the mound, really, in Baltimore. Impressive stuff by Rick Porcello, and it will definitely be interesting to see how he does the rest of the season. And if he's back to his normal self again, it definitely seems so. An impressive record at 12-4 on the season. So good for Rick Porcello after putting on a great show, even in the rain and the rain delays that they had. So the Red Sox did defeat the Orioles 5-3. Jackie Bradley Jr. went 0 for 2, but had an RBI, a run, and he made an incredible catch too. His defensive performance last night, more of the story than at bat, with a great catch in the outfield, which looked like it was going to be a home run maybe, but even if uncatchable ball, really, it seemed like, but definitely would have been at least a double, I'd say, if he had not catched that. So impressive by Jackie Bradley Jr. in the outfield, as the Red Sox outfield has been, their defense in the outfield has been excellent this season and very impressive by all the Red Sox players all around on defense. And as they made a great defensive play to get, I forget who on the Orioles it was, but to get him out at home plate really easily, to be honest. A great sequence there. And also, Mookie Betts extended his on-base streak to 23 games. So he's been on base for 23 straight games, which is impressive. You wonder how long that streak will go, as Mookie Betts has been absolutely impressive for the Red Sox this season. And it will definitely be interesting to see how long that streak goes. And it seems like it won't end anytime soon, the way Mookie Betts has been playing lately, with a decent game last night for him. And although not the best game he's had, it was definitely a good one, and good enough to get the win for the Red Sox. Mookie Betts definitely making the All-Star team. Obviously, he's been impressive this season. And also, let's talk about tonight's starters. It is Drew Pomeranz against Jeffrey Martinez. Pomeranz is definitely you don't know really what to expect, because he's dealt with many injuries, a frustrating season really for him. So a lot of people don't know what to expect. He's 1-3 this season with a 6.81 ERA, but it will be his first MLB start since May 31st. So who knows? We might see a completely new Pomeranz, as he's been playing with the Paw Sox, rehabbing from his injury. And it's definitely a question mark. Hopefully Drew Pomeranz can get back to who he was. I don't know. I don't know how he'll perform, but hopefully he'll get back to good performances, and they'll definitely need it tonight versus the Orioles to hopefully get a win tonight. And it'll be interesting to see how Pomeranz does on the mound. And remember, Red Sox versus Orioles coverage begins today at 6 o'clock on NESN. So they are playing tonight versus the Orioles. A good game, I bet it will be. And also a report that the Patriots are seeking a trade partner for wide receiver Malcolm Mitchell. Malcolm Mitchell obviously not playing all of last season due to an injury, and there's been news that he won't be ready for training camp because of that injury still. So definitely a concern for Malcolm Mitchell, a pretty good player, but those injuries definitely a concern for the Patriots. So he might be getting traded away. We don't know for who yet, but definitely news to keep an eye on as the Patriots get ready for training camp. Can you believe it? Training camp right around the corner. Also, a rough starts for some Patriots players, as I mentioned, who won't be available before for training camp. That includes Kenny Britt, Nate Ebner, Cyrus Jones, and Jonathan Jones. So not a good start for those Patriots players, as they're injured before the season even starts. And also the Patriots are to sign former Texan safety Eddie Pleasant. Reports say that they are to sign him. Don't know much about Pleasant, but hopefully he'll help the Patriots at safety. Obviously, Nate Ebner looks like he's not going to be ready. Well, who knows? He could be ready for the season, but really a question mark. So Eddie Pleasant, definitely a pickup that the Patriots would be a good pickup for the Patriots, I believe. And also, I wanted to talk about the comments that Garoppolo had on playing behind Brady, saying that I thought in my head I'm better than this dude. I don't know what to think about that. Okay, Jimmy G. Definitely a little rivalry going on there, but then he clarified that it was healthy competition, saying it was always a quiet confidence. I would never speak that. The competitiveness between the two of us was very similar. It was a healthy, competitive relationship. So Jimmy G saying that it was definitely, we knew some argument, how should I put it? Some friction going on between Brady and Garoppolo while Garoppolo was at New England, and many saying that Brady was the one who basically made Garoppolo go out, get traded, really. So interesting comments from Jimmy Garoppolo, as he's revealing more of the truth of what went on there. And we'll answer today's trivia right now. The question was, which Red Sox player became the first in franchise history to start at every position except pitcher and catcher in a single season? The possible answers were Brock Holt, Mike Aviles, or Steve Lyons. The answer is Brock Holt. He started at second base on July 24th, 2014, exactly 4 years ago. So impressive by Brock Holt. Also, the Red Sox game was delayed twice last night due to rain. Feel like every time they go to Baltimore, there's rain delay after rain delay. So they got the game in. It finished at 11 o'clock, so pretty decent considering a 1 hour delay in total. First delay about 40 minutes, second delay about 20. But the rain definitely coming down, and the forecast not looking good tonight. Hopefully the rain stays away though, because the Red Sox are hot, and it really does affect the teams, especially the pitchers in those situations. But let's go to a flashback where Manny Del Carmen and Jonathan Papelbon starred in a Rain Delay music video in 2008. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to look it up. It's very funny. They put on wigs and did a Rain Delay song with when they were with the Red Sox. Very funny scenes, and it's definitely something that was very funny in the Red Sox clubhouse. But anyway, Drew Pomeranz, as I mentioned, he had left biceps tendonitis. He will make his first start since May 31st tonight at Orioles. So many not knowing what to expect from him, hopefully getting back to who he was this season in 8 starts. He is 1-3, 6.81 ERA in 37 innings pitched, and 21 walks, but also with 36 strikeouts. So it's all right from him lately. Not what we would expect, but after rehabbing at the Pawtucket Red Sox, hopefully he'll be back to his best, and we'll see tonight as he's on the mound in Baltimore as the Red Sox take on the Orioles. And it's really a question mark to see how he'll perform on the mound. And hopefully he does good tonight. But as I said earlier, I mentioned his career as a reliever. So if it's not back to who he was before, could Pomeranz be put in as a reliever? He's played 59 games as a reliever with a 4-4 record, 3 saves, a 2.10 ERA, 64.1 innings pitched, 21 walks, and 68 strikeouts. Definitely, it seems like he's better as a reliever than as a starter anyway in his time that he's been a reliever. So could that be the future for him in the Red Sox, in the bullpen? Because definitely with less pitches, he's been more consistent. So maybe the starter position won't be his thing, and maybe they'll bring him out of the bullpen as a reliever. Speaking of relievers, Tyler Thornburg this season has pitched in 6 games, 5.1 innings pitched, allowed 7 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. So it was tough for him at the beginning, but it seems like everything's starting to click for him, because after struggling at the beginning of the season, it seems like he's getting back to a great pitcher as a reliever. So could he help the Red Sox bullpen in the future? Maybe he'll be a key part of that bullpen. So the Red Sox definitely some questions to be asked, and maybe the relievers to look forward to for the Red Sox. Also, remember, the Men's Warehouse Red Sox first pitch for the Red Sox at Orioles is tonight, 6 Eastern time on NESN. You can stream it live on the NESN Go app and on NESNGO.com. Speaking, as I said earlier, the Red Sox rewind on July 24, 2004, it was Jason Varitek versus Alex Rodriguez. Things got a little heated in the Red Sox and Yankees rivalry, as we have seen many times before. And Alex Rodriguez got hit by a pitch that Jason Varitek threw, definitely hurt him a lot. And he had less than kind words to say the least. And things got heated, and then actually, my bad, Varitek being the catcher, they got heated in a conversation after a pitch hit Alex Rodriguez, and a huge brawl broke out. And so you gotta love the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry, as many always do. And let's go back to the overnight sensation to end the show. Ponce de Leon threw 7 no-hit innings in his MLB debut, 14 months after brain surgery. A great story, really, because he was had brain surgery 14 months ago after being hit by a line drive in the head, which required brain surgery immediately. And so impressive to see him throw 7 no-hit innings. And also, Jake Bauers scored a run and hit a home run as the Rays defeated the Yankees 7-6. So good news for the Red Sox as their lead over the Yankees increases once more. And so I hope the Red Sox keep winning and the Yankees keep losing, as many of us hope. And so thanks for tuning into today's show. I hope you've enjoyed. We had a lot to talk about. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow. And we'll see you next time, same place, 1:15 p.m. Eastern time, 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day.